Hey everybody. I am doing a surprise live. Today is Monday and I'm off today, so I thought I would normally be mowing my yard right now, but the grass is still wet. I was gonna mow yesterday and the grass was wet today and the grass is still wet. So I thought I would hop on and do a live because I've been wanting to do a live on the wood rounds and the door hangers that I make. By the way, welcome to Jill's Creative Side. I am Jill. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, let me know. Look around, see what you can find. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel if you like the videos, and like the video and make sure you click on the little bell so you get notified when I post new videos. So today I'm going to be going over a couple things. First, I'm going to show you the first few steps of making the door hangers because I have to wait 24 hours within each step, and so I wanted to show you guys kind of the prepping step that I have to do because I have 4 rounds here. I have 2 15-inch and 2 18-inch that I'm going to be doing. These rounds sell out so fast. I love it. I love making them. So I'm making these 4 to take on Saturday to the Boone's Mill Apple Festival that I'm super excited about. So if you need something to do this weekend, come check out the Boone's Mill Apple Festival. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I also want to show you some shirts that I made that I've been talking about, and also I wanted to show you a few things that I found at Hobby Lobby and the Dollar Tree today because I took, this morning I ran up to Christiansburg to Hobby Lobby. I haven't been in Hobby Lobby in forever. So it was glad to kind of get in there and look around and all the Christmas stuff. Wow. And I'm still doing fall stuff, but that's okay. We will be, after this weekend, I'm going to be full force Christmas, so look out. Okay, so first of all, let's get started on the door rounds, on the door hanger, sorry. I buy my rounds at Lowe's, and I can post a link in the comments or in the description of the rounds that I use because I've taken the labels off of them, so I don't remember exactly what they're called. But this is what they look like without anything on them. Now, all of these have been sanded. I sanded these yesterday. I sanded the edges, and they are butter smooth. So this is one that, and the lighting keeps doing weird stuff, but this is one that has nothing on it right now, this side. So what I do after I sand them is I stain them. And then I stain both sides. So I have to stain one side, let that dry for 24 hours, then stain the other side, let that dry for 24 hours, and then I apply I use spar urethane. This protects it from all the elements outside. So I apply this after I do the stain, and then I have to let that dry for 24 hours, and then I start painting. So I'll show you the ones that I have stained so far, and then I'm going to put the sealer on them, and I'm going to stain this one on the back side because I've already stained the front side. And I'll show you how I stain them as well and everything that I use. So this is a 15-inch. This has been stained, and the stain that I used is Minwax Slate is for that one. That one is stained with Minwax Slate. It's stained on both sides. All I have to do now is seal this side. This side's been sealed already. And it's just a long process because you have to wait for everything to dry. You can rush it and put heat on it and dry it, but I don't like to do that because I don't want to mess one of these up. It's basically you have to just throw it out or use the other side yourself because when you mess one up, the sanding that you have to do to get everything off is insane. I did it once. I'm not going to do it again. I'll just buy another round. So here is, this one is called Golden Pecan. And this has been stained and sealed on this side. I've got to seal this side. And the way I can tell is because this one is super soft like butter. This one's not been sealed yet. When you seal it, for some reason, it feels kind of rough, but I go over like a brown paper bag and it makes it soft again. So, and that's Minwax Golden Pecan for that. And this one is an 18-inch, and this one has also been stained with Golden Pecan. This side has not been stained yet. I'm going to do that with you guys. This side has not been sealed yet either, but I'm going to stain the other side first and then seal it. And this is an 18-inch with my favorite, which is the Minwax Dark Walnut. This stain is my favorite, you guys. I love how it makes the wood grain. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. So this is Dark Walnut. I love it. And I have to seal all of these on the other side. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stain this one on this side and let you guys see how that is done. So let me move this over here. So I've got all of them sitting on my table, and it's kind of like an assembly line that I do to do multiples. So, all right, my gloves are ugly, but they work. I don't want the stain on my hands because that would just stain. Definitely wouldn't come out. And you guys, Hobby Lobby, oh my goodness. Like my friend Marlo said earlier, that place is dangerous. Yes, it is. But I did not go crazy because I'm not prepared to do Christmas just yet. So I'm not buying a bunch of Christmas stuff, even though I did buy a few things. Okay, so this has been sanded. This is the 18-inch. And let me move my camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Golden Pecan, and I shake it up. And what I use to put the stain on is, and I'm not sure which one I used. I use these little microfiber cloths that I just cut into like little squares. And I'm going to use, I'm not sure which one, I think it was this one. So I'm just going to reuse this. So I just cut the little microfiber cloths, I just cut them in squares and apply it because I don't want to just put a ton on here and make a mess because it's going to soak it up pretty good. And so I shake up this. I'm going to open my can. I've used this one a lot. The Golden Pecan and the Dark Walnut are my favorites. I also have like a gray and a blue stain also, but I don't use those as much. So this is what the stain looks like. And all I do is I just put it on my finger like this. And I dip it into the stain and tap it because I don't want to slosh it everywhere. And so I just wipe it on real easy with the cloth. And I hope you guys can see that pretty good. And I just keep dipping it and going over. And you want to go with the grain. You don't want to go against the grain because then that's going to be a mess. But I saw a lady, the one I actually learned how to do this from, use the cloth. And she said, you just have much more control of how much you're putting on there. You're not slopping a bunch on. And so I did that the way she does it. And it works really well. And I mean, one of the cloths will last forever. Of course, I throw the little ones away after each use. But, I mean, one microfiber towel will go a pretty good ways. And so I stain both sides and the edges, and then I do the paint. And I stain it because, number one, sometimes I only paint half of it. So I want the stain to show on the other half. But a lot of times, you just want to stain it so it doesn't suck up all your paint. I mean, I don't guess you have to stain it. That's how I learned, so that's what I do. And, I mean, sometimes I paint right over top of the stain, but that's okay. I mean, it's, you know, it's there good. It's not going to, you definitely want to put something on the round before you put paint on it, like the urethane, if you're not going to stain it, because it will soak up all that paint. And you definitely want to put something on it before you paint, so it's just not absorbing all the paint. And I love seeing how pretty the wood grain looks when I'm doing this. It is so pretty, y'all. What are y'all doing today? Is everybody working today? If you're catching this on a replay, I would love it if you would put in the comments hashtag replay so it bumps my video up so that everyone gets a chance to see it. And if you don't have the notifications on for the group, turn them on, because that way you'll be notified if I go live. And I may end up doing 2 lives today. I'm not sure. It depends on my grass, if my grass dries. After we do this, I'm gonna go check. If my grass is dry, then I will begin mowing. If not, I'm probably gonna hop on and do another live. Just because I love doing them. I love doing the crafts with you guys. I was inspired by a couple people, so I hope one day I can inspire someone. So, and you know, do you ever have those days when you just like, I don't know, I think it's just the gloominess. You just worry, like every little thing, I just worry. And some days, and I guess that's part of anxiety, some days are worse than others. But today, on my way to Christiansburg, and maybe it's, I don't know, many things in Christiansburg, but I just got this worry feeling, you know, and I was like, you know what? I need to just pray about it because I can't deal with this myself. And I mean, I really didn't have anything much to be worried about. It's just this worry feeling. I don't know. I'm a constant worrier. And so I prayed about it. And after I prayed, I felt so good inside. It was just amazing. So you guys, if you got something on your mind or you're worried about something, pray. As I'm telling you, it helps. Okay, so I went over this 2 times. And now I'm going to just go around the edges. And you don't want to put a ton on the edge because the edges tend to soak it up more. But by dipping it in here like this, it helps control how much you're actually putting on. And so this golden pecan is so pretty. So I'm just going around the edges and getting those real good. And then I'll let this dry. So tomorrow afternoon, I will put the sealer on it, urethane. And the spar urethane that I use protects it from UV rays, water, everything. Now the bows or the decorations on it are not protected, so just remember that. And I was going to show you guys that wood round that I did, the fall one, where I used chalk paste and the stencils, the reusable stencils, mesh stencils, and apparently you definitely need to put this sealer on it after you paint it with the chalk paste. I usually don't have to do that with regular chalk paint, but with the chalk paste, it kind of smeared it a little, and it dried for like 2 or 3 days, and so it still did that. So I've learned the hard way to spray paint it with some polyacrylic or some kind of sealer before you go over it with the spar urethane, because that's what I did, and it kind of like smeared it. So that wood round is going to go on my door, and you would think as many of these as I make, I would have one already on my door, but I still have an Easter carrot on my door. That is terrible, isn't it? Okay, so that's done. Let me show you what it looks like. So there it is. I did all the edges. So that one's ready to just sit for 24 hours and dry. So let me put the lid back on the, and I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna wash my hand off with a baby wipe or my glove off, because I don't want to get the stain on my rounds that I'm putting the sealer on. Okay, so next, I'm going to move this baby out of the way. Bring this one over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to put the spar urethane on the back side. The spar urethane needs to be stirred, not shaken. Sounds like a mixed drink, don't it? And I've not had any issues with the spar urethane. It works great. So this is what I use to seal them. And all I use to put them on with is, oh, here we go. I stir it with a wooden ruler, and I put it on with a chip brush. And I've been using this chip brush I have not replaced it. Out of all the rounds that I've made, I'm still using the same one. All I do is wash it off with warm water when I get done, and it's good. And this, let me just tell you, the spar urethane, make sure if you use this, get the water based, because the oil base will definitely give it a yellowing effect. So make sure that you use water based, never oil based. It doesn't matter about the stain, but the whatever you seal your rounds with, you definitely want to use water based so it doesn't yellow. And it's really easy. You don't want to use a lot because it's water-based, so it doesn't take much. So this is what it looks like. It looks kind of white and chalky. So I'm going to stir it with this. I'm just stir it up. And I have one of these old barbecue containers that I use for paint and this stuff, and I just sit my ruler down in there, and then I go wash them all out. But I just stir it up. And then we just put not a lot on there because you don't want to have it running everywhere because it's pretty runny. So what I do is I just dip the brush in there, and that's all I get on there. As you can see, just on the tip. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. And I'm just going across the board back and forth to make sure I get everything good. Dip it in. And so you can see I'm not using a ton of it because you don't want it, you know, dripping everywhere. You want it nice and even. And you also want to go with the grain of the wood. And that's what we do. That's all we do to it. And it is clear, so, and it just seals everything and makes everything nice. So once I seal it after I've stained it, then I'll start painting. So once I paint it, I let the paint dry for 24 hours. Don't get in a hurry and let it, and just do like a couple hours, because it's gonna smear your paint. So if you need to do it in a hurry, I would recommend spraying some polyacrylic over it first before you seal it after you paint it, so that it doesn't smear your paint. I wish that I had done that on that one round because it turned out so pretty, but it really smeared. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm just back and forth with the chip brush, and I usually go over it 2 times, and then I let it dry for 24 hours. So tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, I will be ready to start painting, which is my favorite part. I'm still in the fall mode, so I think this one I'm going to use one of the stencils that I made with my icon art. And if you're not familiar with that, go check out my videos on that. It's an icon art stencil kit, and it makes stencils, and it is amazing. It has been such a game changer for me and my crafts. Okay, so once I'm done, what you want to do around the edge is you just want to take your brush and just go up, because if it runs, there's a piece of, you don't want it to dry sticky, so you want to go up. So anything that might have ran when I was going over it with the sealer, you want to just brush up so that it doesn't have like drip spots like right here, where I don't know if you can see it, it's dripping just a little bit. You just want to brush up on that, and that takes care of it, and it seals the edges as well. And so that's what I do on all the rounds. It's a time-consuming process, but in the end, I love it. I think, you know, I make lots and lots of different kinds of wreaths. I always like to have a variety. This is by far my favorite. I have been so happy making these. Okay, so this one is finished. So I will let it dry for 24 hours. And then I'm going to bring this other one over. I'm just going to move these around. And the way I can tell which side needs to be sealed is it's rough feeling when it's been sealed. I know that's crazy, but anyway, that's how I can tell. And I don't normally wear gloves when I'm painting, but I do when I'm fooling with this sealer and the stain, because I don't want to get that all over my hands. So I'm going to do this one the exact same way. I'm just going to go over it real light, back and forth, with the grain. This golden pecan color is so pretty. Oh my goodness. But the dark walnut, I don't know. I love them both. And this is, I haven't used this one yet, the slate. This was the first time I've used that wood stain. And it is pretty. And I think I'm going to paint the deer scene in white on that one for like Christmas or winter. I'm not going to put Merry Christmas on it because I don't think you need that, because you could put that on your door for like the whole winter. Or I would anyways. Of course, I still have Easter on my door. Oh, well, that's okay. At least there's something on my door, right? And I'm going to show you the fall wood round because that one's going to go on my door since I messed it up. And I showed it to Wayne and he was like, you can't even see that. But I can see it. So there's no way I would sell it like that. If I can see that, then somebody else can see it. And I just wouldn't feel right about it. So that one's going to be on our door. At least we'll be in time for fall. And then I'll have to... I've got another a wood round that I did for Christmas or winter. And it says, let it snow. And I can't remember now. I think it might have bled or something on the stencil. So because I wasn't using the mesh stencil. And so I sanded it, but you can still see it underneath. I can, so it's going to go on my door for the winter time. And I'll show you that one too. I don't have bows on them yet because I've been trying to get these done for this weekend. And I'm so excited that they're still having it. My mama's supposed to be going with me and helping me. Wayne's going to be going. They're having a tractor pull, y'all. So I knew he would probably stay for that. And they're having music and lots of food and lots of vendors. So if you need something to do this weekend, come on out to the Boone's Mill Apple Festival, October 16th, this Saturday, which is my little brother's birthday. So, okay, so there's that one finished. And now I only have one more. So I'm going to trade them around. And the sealer, it seems to dry fairly quick, or it feels like it dries quick, but I let it sit for 24 hours because I don't want to mess it up. So I try to let everything dry 24 hours. That way, I know that everything is good and dry. And I really hope my grass is dry because I haven't mowed in 2 weeks. And it's killing me. I love to mow. Alright, so we're doing this one the same way. I'm just going back and forth. I mean, look at the wood grain on this one. That dark walnut is so pretty. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going back and forth with the grain lightly. I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on it. Just sealing it nice and good. Nice and good. That didn't even make sense. We had a big, my niece, Nevaeh, she turned 5 on Sunday. And we were going to have a big birthday bash for all the October birthdays in our family, but a couple people got sick, so we postponed the big party, but we still went out for Nevaeh's, and so she was feeling special. The big 5, which is hard for me to believe that she's 5, but she's growing on up. And I think she's into that. She likes making crafts too, so I need to do a live with her one time. I think that would be fun. The next part I've got to do is figure out what I'm going to put on these. So far I only have one figured out. I'm pretty sure these are going to be fall. I know this one's going to be more winter looking, but it could be Christmas or winter. I don't think I'm going to put Merry Christmas. I think if I do any kind of wording, it'll be welcome, but I got to see how the stencil fits on there. It's a stencil that I made, like I was telling you about the icon art. If you're interested in that, I will put the link in the comments and the description below about the icon art. If you're interested in making your own stencils, you can use my code and get 15% off. It's an awesome, I'm going to tell you what, that company, they are in Montana, and their support is the best ever. I mean, I was having trouble with my printer, and they called me. They called me and got me through it in a matter of minutes. And I mean, I'm going to tell you, You just don't have that kind of support nowadays, it seems like. So they're awesome, let me just tell you. So I'm just going over the edges, wiping up, making sure there's no drips. And so far, so good. And then these have to sit for 24 hours. And if y'all know me, you know I'm not a very patient person, so waiting 24 hours for it to dry is a killer for me, but I just do other stuff in between, multitask. But these are by far my favorite. Even though they take longer, the end result I love, love, love. And a lot of times while these are drying, I'll work on designing the stencil I want to put on there, or making the bow, and get all that stuff ready. So when I can paint it, I can go with it. I think we got it all good. And I'm just brushing up around the edge like this and getting all the drips. And I think I've already made it all the way around. So there we go for this one. How pretty is that, y'all? Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. So I just wash out these with warm water, and then I'll let them air dry. And it's really good to go on those. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to get the links for the rounds put in the comments as well for Lowe's, because that's where I get them. The 15-inch and the 18-inch is where I get them, is at Lowe's. And let me tilt this back up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now let me show you that round. This is the one that I did, and I smeared the paint. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it right through here and right through the pumpkins. So this one's gonna have to go on my door, bad as I hate to do it. And I do put these hooks on the back. They're called D hooks, and I tie the ribbon to it. So these are screwed in. These are not coming off. This thing is not gonna come loose. So that's this one. And let me show you the other one that I messed up on. And it's been sitting a while, but where I sanded it, I didn't sand it enough, and you can see where I had the other stencil on there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see it. So this one is another one that'll go on my door, because I cannot sell it like that. So let me show you the shirts that I made. This is one of them. It says Blessed, and it's on the baseball tee, and it is a Bella Canvas baseball tee. It's a small, that's what I normally wear, so it fits true to size. These shirts are so, so soft. So this design, I actually purchased a design from SoFancy.com, and I can put that link in the comments as well. And it was a design that had two pumpkins kind of made basically for a round. So I just took the one whole pumpkin and I duplicated it, and then I just got rid of the other two, and I just kept this one, made this, and then I put Blessed in the center and sliced it with the Cricut Design Space, and then made the stencil using the Icon Art stencil maker. And this looks, I've used it so it has ink on it on the stencil itself, but it's okay because it's reusable. But it doesn't matter if the ink is on here. You just want to wash it and make sure the ink doesn't stick to the mesh and clog the mesh. But that's the Icon Art stencil. This is the blue film that you can use on anything, but they have stencil that you can use on fabrics. And that's purple, and I'm almost out. So I think I am out of the purple, and they're out of stock right now. So that's one of the designs I made. Now, so this design I put the Blessed in there, but the pumpkin part I got off SoFancy.com. The next shirt is all mine. It's a Happy Fall acorn, and it has some leopard. But, yep, I designed this one. It's on a Bella Canvas t-shirt. And I will, if you're not in my Mountain Breeze boutique, you can head on over there and join that group. That's where I'll put all the shirts, but I'm also going to put them in this group too, because this is my crafting group and this is where I share everything that I make, so everything's always going to be here. But in the boutique is where I actually sell these, so I will put some stuff in that group on pricing and colors and all that good stuff. And so the next one that I did, I designed this one myself also, but the colors, I didn't do dark enough on the shirt. I should have used like brown and orange, or brown and yellow, but I used yellow and orange, and then I put some green in there. So it's kind of cool how it came out, but it's hard to see because of the color's just not dark enough. I'm gonna redo this one on another shirt, but it says Hello Fall. So, and all these t-shirts and baseball tees are Bella Canvas. The hoodies are Hanes Echo Smart. I absolutely love the baseball tees. I will wear them all year round. I'll wear them with shorts. I'll wear them in the winter. But this is another one that I actually purchased this design. And these are all put on the shirts using the Magnolia Design Co. ink. So once it dried, then I heat set it. Once it's heat set, it's permanent. So you can wash it and dry it. It's not vinyl. It's actually ink. It's like screen print. So this says Hello Fall with a little orange heart. This is one of my favorites. So those are the shirts I made. But this one, I love this one. I love the blue on the blue. But go check out Mountain Breeze Boutique for all the colors and all the good stuff. So I made all the stencils on my icon art for the shirts. I mean, I made all the stencils in no time. It doesn't take hardly any time. And like I say, it's ugly because it has fabric. I mean, it has ink still on it, but it's not on the mesh part, so it's fine. But because they're going to get stained, it's all good if it gets stained. And like I said, just wash them after you use them and reuse them. So this is the Hello Fall leaf. And then this is the Hello Fall leopard pumpkin with the orange heart. And like, you know, you can use whatever colors you have. I have a bunch of colors of ink, and I have a ton of chalk paste colors. But I think that this is the design that I made for the hoodie that I showed. But I think I'm going to put that on this round, the slate colored round, and do like the winter. I'm not going to put Bent Mountain Life on there. I'm just going to do the deer and the trees and have that like a winter themed door hanger. I think that would be pretty. And if there's room, I might put welcome. I'm not sure. I have to see how it fits on there. But I think that's what I'm going to do on the slate, because the white will show up really pretty on that, I think. And so let me show you a couple things that I found today at Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. And then I'll probably be doing another live with you guys. If not later today, it'll definitely be this week. But Walmart had these wooden bead garland. This one says it has family. Now, I'll probably use that on something else. But that was only $3.99, $3.88 for that. And I will probably use this on a project that I want to do with you guys. And this is another one. This one was $6.98. Y'all, if you know me, you know that this right here is why I bought them, because these are moose. These are so adorable. I don't know what I'm going to use them on yet, but these will be on something. But I'll be using these wooden beads on. I found these little wooden gift tags at Hobby Lobby, and I think they were $4.99, and there was 12 in a pack. But they're like white. It's kind of not showing up really good with the lighting, but it kind of looks almost antiqued white. But what I want to do is cut this off, and I've already sprayed some with the polyacrylic. I just went over it with this just so that the paint won't seep into the wood, so it'll come out right. But I want to put like some of these designs that I made on stencils. Like this is the paw print one, and put that on here and paint that, and then have the wood beads at the top. maybe like the black wood beads at the top. I mean, how cute would that be, y'all? That would be so adorable. Or, and some of these are too big for it, but there was, I don't know which one will fit. I thought about doing them sideways. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But anyway, that I got those at Hobby Lobby. And I also found a pack of these little ornaments at Hobby Lobby. And they're just the wood, the real thin wood. And I'm going to paint these up, put something on here Christmassy, put the red, probably maybe some of the red beads. Oh, I didn't show y'all this one. I got this garland at Hobby Lobby, and it was $9.99, but it was 40% off. So I'll probably put some of the red beads like up here at the top for an ornament. And at the Dollar Tree, they had these little cutouts. They're the thin wood. They had an acorn and a leaf. So I'm going to do something with these. I have taken all of them outside and sprayed them with that polyacrylic, just a thin layer. So those have to dry. And then I will do something on those. I also got some little 10-inch rounds that are on the thin. They're made out of this kind of wood, but they're the 10-inch rounds that I'm going to do something on those as well, but it'll be on Live with you guys. So if you're not in Mountain Breeze Boutique, go get in that group. That's a public group, and that's where I put all of the shirts. This is my crafting group. I will put all of everything that I make in this group always. So that's about all I have for right now. I'm going to go check my grass and see if I can start mowing. But you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. It would help my little business grow. I would really, really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. If you have friends that would like some crafting ideas or would just like to be in this group, please invite them. I would love to have anybody and everybody that loves crafting to come on in the group. Even if you don't, you just like watching people craft, hey, I'm good with that too. So thank you guys so much for being in my group, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hopefully the sun's going to be out tomorrow. It was supposed to have been out today, I thought, but it's not. So anyway, hopefully my grass is dry. If not, you may see me back on here. We'll do another live. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I might try to go live when I'm painting one of these tomorrow evening after I get off work. So stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll paint this one, and I'll show you how to use the Icon Art stencil, because that is super fun. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.